Hi there, I'm Jules Clancy, a former food scientist turned extremely simple cooking coach. So today I'm going to show you how to make 3+ ingredient gluten-free pancakes. So we'll jump into the kitchen.
So I've got 50 grams, which is 1.8 ounces of almond meal, almond flour, 1 egg, and then I'm going to get in milk. So we want 60 grams, which is 2 ounces. Beautiful. And you can use any type of milk or water if you wanted to make it 2 ingredients. Give it a quick stir. So I've got a non-stickish pan on a high heat, and I'm going to get a bit of oil in and then just carefully wipe the oil around because we just want a thin layer. And then we're going to pour in our mixture. Let's spread out and just let it cook. Okay, so when it's looking like the mixture's cooked, we're just going to carefully flip and just cook it for a couple of seconds on the second side. And then we'll repeat with the remaining mixture. So again, oil in the pan, wipe it round. Well, flip and serve with your favorite plus ingredient pancake topping. So I'm voting for brown sugar. Maple syrup's also good.
Okay, so if you enjoyed this recipe, make sure you go and grab your copy of my free app. It's called Stone Soup, and you just need to go to thestonesoup.com/app, and you can download your copy over there. And it's got hundreds of recipes just like this one, and I add new recipes every week. But before you do that, actually, so one of the things that makes Stone Soup unique, apart from the radically simple 3 ingredient idea, is that I include a list of variations for each of my recipes to suit different dietary requirements. So, or if you're missing a particular ingredient. So what can we do with these beautiful 3 ingredient gluten-free pancakes? So if you don't eat nuts, almond meal's not, or almond flour is not going to be great for you. So what could you use instead? So you can just substitute in regular flour. You might need to add a little bit more liquid to get the consistency kind of pouring okay, but just play around with that. Regular flour, or you could use any gluten-free flour, or you could use like a chickpea flour, that if you had some of that floating around, or some things that sometimes what I do is I use, and this is just to keep the costs down, and also because the almond texture is pretty not heavy, but it is a bit fragile. So if you're rolling the pancakes up, they can crumble a little bit. So what I generally do is I mix in a combo of regular flour and almond meal. So I usually do like a little bit of regular flour and then make up the rest with the almond flour, and that works really just to give it a bit more, the pancakes a bit more strength. But you totally don't need the flour in there. And then the other option, if you don't use almond flour, it would be like ground sunflower seeds. Like I just grind them in a spice grinder. That can work as really well as a nut-free almond meal, kind of gluten-free option. The egg is, you kind of need the egg, but there's no reason why you couldn't use an egg replacer. So if you do have a commercial egg replacer that you use, then that would be an option. Or actually, I don't see why like a flax egg wouldn't work for these pancakes. So I haven't tried that, but definitely I would be willing to risk it. And then the other option is in terms of like the milk. If you don't drink milk, any of your favorite plant-based milks will be fine. Here, the milk is really just providing liquid, and like it's giving a little bit of extra flavor, but it's not huge, and you're going to be serving it with whatever, brown sugar, maple syrup, whatever you're serving it with. So you could always just use plain water if you didn't have any milk and you didn't have any dairy-free milk. Yeah, so that's pretty much it for the variations for this one. The other thing with all pancakes is like that you can really play around with your accompaniments, of course. So I don't need to give you ideas of what to use for your pancakes. I guess the other thing that you can play around with is the amount of liquid. So if you want it more of a crepe consistency, using more liquid so you get like that thinner consistency is an option. And then, if you want it thicker and more chunky and more pancakey style is another option. If you really wanted to take these to the next level, what you could do is with the eggs, separate out the yolk and the white, and actually just whisk the whites and then mix up the pancake batter and then fold the egg white through, and that gives you that kind of ricotta hot cake kind of vibe. Yeah, so that is really lovely. I very rarely do that because I couldn't be bothered. But anyway, if you are inspired, that's an option. Okay, so you get to subscribe to the channel. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure you leave a comment and let me know. Or even if you didn't like it, leave a comment and let me know. I'd love to hear from you. And yes, go and grab your copy of my free app. So thestonesoup.com/app. And there's a link, there'll be a link below the video. And also, yeah, just remember Clancy's law of cooking. So if you think something's going to taste delicious, it usually does. So just play around with, if you've got an idea, just give it a go and you'll surprise yourself more often than not. Okay, have a beautiful week and I'll catch you next time.